Hello, you guys. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever the time in your country. I just hope you're having a good time. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for coming here again. And today we are going to talk about a very special topic. And today we are talking about simple present. Yes, and I'm going to give you a very simple example. And it is I clean my hands every day. I'm not washing my hands. I wash my hands as well, but I clean it every day. Well, guys, today, as I told you, we are talking about present simple, and the example that I just told you is an example in present simple. What is present simple? It's not a difficult question. Actually, I'm going to share my screen with you. Let's analyze it together. Yes? The present simple tense. Present simple. Okay, so present simple is not. It's a very basic topic. Let's talk about it together, guys. And let's see. Present simple. Positive and negative. We have two types of present simple today. The first one is positive. For example, you have to use the subject like I, we, you, they, whatever the subject it is. And if the subject is I, we, you, they, then the verb just stays like this. You use the verb like this. Like, for example, I like plus the complement. Subject, verb, complement. Simple. That's it. Actually, I'm going to write it here for you guys to take to have a better look at it. We first use the subject, right? Let's put the subject in a different color. So first you need the subject, right? After the subject you need the verb, and after the verb you need, of course, the complement. Yep, that's it. Very simple. Subject, oh, I forgot the plus here. Subject plus verb plus complement. Alright? What is the subject? I. What is the verb? Like. And what is the complement? Cheese. What do you like? I like cheese. That's it. It's the same for I, for actually, it's the same for I, we, you, they. Whenever you have the subjects, you always use the verb in the simple form, right? I like, I sleep, I see, I understand. And I hope you understand. So that's it. But now, what happens when the negative form arises? When we have the negative form, it's a little bit different. We use the subject, right? And in this case, we are not using the verb in the base simple form. We have to use the negative form of the verb using the auxiliary do. Alright? So we use the subject do or does. We use does only when the third person singular appears. Okay, when we have he, she, or it, which is right here. So subject do or does plus not plus verb plus complement. That's it. Okay? So we simply use subject plus do or does plus not plus the verb plus the complement, and that's it. For example, I, we, you, they don't or do not like cheese. Something really important about this is that when you use the as or das, does not, pay attention to this part. This part is really important. Now let's move on to the next part, which is when you have the third person singular. I'm gonna put it right here. Third person singular. Okay. So in this case, we are using the third person singular. What is the third person singular? Don't complicate your life. It's very, very simple. The third person singular is simply these three personal pronouns that we have here. Let me mark them with a little heart. We have he, she, it. These three little hearts are the third person singular. Okay? So we have he, she, it. Whenever you have third person singular pronouns, then the main verb needs an S. So let me put here a little heart over the S. So whenever you have third person singular, remember this, keep this stuck in the back of your mind. The third person singular, whenever you use it, the verb needs an S. You always need to put an S after the verb, okay? For example, he likes cheese, all right? In the negative form, as I told you before, you have to use the subject plus the verb plus the auxiliary verb, which is das, right? Das plus the word not. Doesn't. Doesn't is the same as does not, but in a contracted form. And something important about this is that whenever you use does, the main verb always stays in the present form. Notice that you don't say likes. No, you don't say likes, you say like. So let me make it more visual. For example, imagine that I want to say it or she or he doesn't likes. Is this correct? Yes or no? If you said no, exactly, that is the correct answer. You never use the S in negative sentences, when you use the third person singular. Alright? So I hope this is clear. Now let's move onward. I'm going to erase everything, so take a print screen, take notes right now, and I'm going to erase everything right now. It was magic. Alright guys, so now let's move on to the next part. The next part is questions. Alright? So questions and short answers. What happens in a question? When you have a question, you only need the auxiliary, as you can see here, do, plus the subject, plus the verb and the complement. And in the third person is the same. Auxiliary does. Remember, the auxiliary for third person singular is does. So you use does plus the third person singular pronoun or subject plus the verb in the main and base form plus the complement, and that's it. And what do you do with short answers? Whenever you have to use a short answer, you simply say yes or no, comma, plus the subject, in this case the personal pronoun, plus the personal pronoun, which could be I, we, they, you, he, she, it, plus the auxiliary, which is do or does, if you have the third person singular. And in the negative form is the same, but the only difference is that after the auxiliary do or does, you will add not. Alright, so for example, no I don't, or no he doesn't. In this case, there is a tiny mistake, tiny mistake, and it is the use of the comma. Remember that you want to use the comma in short answers after yes or no. It's a rule, it's mandatory, it's your obligation to use the comma. Alright, so don't forget about it. I'm going to erase it right now, and oh, sorry. Now it's erased. Now let's move on to the next part. The next part is this right here. Let's practice a little bit. Before practicing, let's talk about the definition of present perfect and It's very simple, okay? We use present perfect, sorry, simple present. We use present simple to talk about habits, mainly to talk about habits. And let's read together, right? We use the present simple to talk about things we do all of the time, something that you do all the time. Remember what I told you in the beginning, that I clean my hands? I clean them very thoroughly every day. It's really important, especially now. For example, I get the service bus at 7 every morning. Example number 2. Ali brushes his teeth before he goes to bed. Example number 3. I play football at break time. Example number 4. My sister goes sailing at the weekend. Right? So these are activities that these people do every day. So that's why we use present simple. The second usage of present simple is when you want to talk about things that are always true. For example, I am the best teacher in the world. Okay, let's read the examples. Sorry. Number 1, the sky is blue. Number 2, the earth goes around the sun. Number 3, I am a student. In my case, I am a teacher. Number 4, as the V is on the Asian side of Istanbul. And the next one, which is number 5, tigers are big cats. And the last one, school starts at 8:05 a.m. and finishes at 3:30 p.m. Alright? Remember that in present simple, when you use the third person singular, when you have to add the s to the verb, it's really important to use certain structures about spelling. Alright? For example, when the verb that you want to add the s to ends in ch, s, sh, o, x, any of these combinations of letters, whenever this verb ends in any of these combinations, you always need to add es, not only s. For example, instead of saying she watches a soap opera, you can say she watches a soap opera. Instead of saying guesses, it's difficult to pronounce the word without es at the end, or finishes, or goes. Well, in this case, it's not that difficult. But well, whenever you have ch, s, sh, o, x, you always need to add es at the end. For example, watch, watches, guess, guesses, finish, finishes, go, goes, fix, fixes. All right. And the next rule for third person singular verbs are verbs ending in a consonant like B, C, D, F, or G. Change Y to I, E, S. All right. For example, study, you change it to studies. Carry, you change it to carries. Fly, you change it to flies. These are really important, rules, right? So now the last exercise for today, guys, is this one right here. Let's see. Okay, let me first use. I need a marker. Where's the marker? Okay. Yeah, I already found the marker. Okay. So look at the first one. The first one is you have to find the mistakes. Let's do it together. Number 1 is, do he like baseball? It's not do. He would be does, right? First, let's cross all the mistakes and then we can together write the correct answers. Yeah, what do you think about it? Alright, so number 1, you didn't say do he like baseball, you say does because he is third person singular. I like, you didn't say likes because I is not third person singular. Number 3, she do her homework, it would be she does her homework because it's third person singular. The film finishes is not finished, it's finishes according to the spelling rule we just talked about before. And my friends goes is not goes, it would be go because it's not. My friends is not third person singular, it's plural, right? My friends. She carries, her little sister carries, the spelling is incorrect according to third person singular spelling rules we just talked about. And Nicole Kidman acts, it would be acts, since Nicole Kidman is third person singular. The corresponding personal pronoun for Nicole Kidman would be she. So she acts in a lot of films. And the next one, we plays, it would be we play because we is plural, it's not third person singular. And our teacher talk, very clearly, it would be talks because our teacher is third person singular. The corresponding personal pronoun for our teacher is he. Alright, so let's do it together. Now let's write the correct answer. Okay, so let's do it together. Okay, so what is the correct answer for number one? It would be does, right? Would be does, not do because it's third person. Then we have we like, it would be like, right? Not likes. She, it would be she does because it's third person singular. Then the film finish is not finishes. The correct spelling is finishes with es at the end, right? Oh, sorry. Let me move this to the correct part. It would be right here. Okay. And my friends goes, it wouldn't be goes, it would be go because it's not third person singular. The next one is she carries. The spelling is incorrect. The correct spelling is carries, like this. Remember, you have to eliminate the y and replace the y by ies. Nicole Kidman acts would be the correct form with s because Nicole Kidman is third person singular. And we play, it wouldn't be plays because we is not third person singular, it's plural. So we play in the garden at break, sorry. And the last one, our teacher talks with s. That would be the correct form. Talks because it's third person singular. So well guys, this is it. This is it. Now tell me, what do you like to do every day? I'm going to give you some examples. Oh, by the way, I'm going to close the window right now, so say goodbye to it, and that's it. Alright, so what do you like to do every day? In my case, I like to sing. I like to sing. I'm not a singer, like, I'm not a professional singer, but I really like singing. Singing is one of my passions, of course, apart from English, from teaching English and speaking English. Singing is my passion. I really like singing. So I like singing. I sing every day. A different thing that I do every day, well, it's I eat. I eat every day. It's not my passion, but I have to do it every day. I mean, it's logical. And what else? Something that I never do, or something that I don't do. It's not a habit. For example, I don't surf. I think surfing is very difficult. So I basically don't surf. So I don't surf. A different activity that I don't do is I don't speak German. I don't speak German. I can't speak German right now. It's impossible for me. And well guys, I hope you like this video. I like helping people to learn English, and I hope I could help you today. This is a very interesting topic, and a lot of students don't understand how to use present simple. I hope I could help you, and that's it for today. Take care. Bye bye.